Welcome to Carey Bros Pros, the podcast for construction pros by construction pros, because your client satisfaction is the best paycheck. Now, here are James and Morris Carey.
So good to have you with us for another episode of Carey Bros Pros. I'm James.
And I'm Morris. And you know, as professionals, we know the products used for a project are certainly one aspect that is crucial to a successful final outcome.
You think?
Yeah, we're always looking to give our pro listeners some options so that they have more to offer their customers. Mm-hmm. On this edition, we're going to talk with Mike Loughery, who's the manager of communications for CertainTeed Corporation. Oh, welcome, Mike.
Hey, guys, it's great to be back with you. Thank you for having us.
So I'm dying to know first, Mike, what does the manager of roofing contractor communications do? I'm going to guess that you spend a lot of your time communicating with roofing contractors.
You pretty much nailed it. I think, it's interesting because we talk about especially at CertainTeed, the importance of contractors, roofing contractors to our business. The roofing contractors are our lifeblood because they are the ones who are in the home pitching our brand. And we do whatever we can to support that effort with them. They can choose anybody, but we do our best to gain their loyalty. And we better be communicating with them, and we better be doing a good job of it because we want them out there promoting our brands.
So, Mike, anyone can buy your product and install it. I'm just wondering if you have a certification or an educational process that will help roofing contractors get information and best practices so that the installed product is the best that it can be?
The short answer is yes. I would say many, many years ago, as we were coming out of the condo boom and we were ending the 3-tab era and we were getting into architectural shingles and, the industry was transforming into architectural and more products that mimic more of the real type roofing products, we realized that the contractor didn't really have enough of a voice in the industry. We really needed the contractor's input to help us develop new products and programs and things like that. And we would have these roundtable meetings with them. And from day one, they said, we can buy your product, just as you said. We can buy your product anywhere and we can install it, but so can that guy over there and that guy over there. Give us something that helps us differentiate our business with the homeowner from somebody else. And that's what started credentialing, what we call credential programs and education. And it all started with this manual we have called Master Shingle Applicator, which is still around. It's in its 14th printing, 14th edition, which is what I like to call the Bible of the roofing install industry. And contractors who are interested for themselves and their installers in learning the right way to do things, the right practices, the right ways to install shingles, they come on board and they take the test. It is open book, but they still have to read it. They still have to answer the questions. When they pass, they become credentialed with CertainTeed, and there are varying levels, as many manufacturers have. But what it says to the homeowner is that this contractor has taken the time, along with his or her crews, to learn to do it the right way, to run a business the right way, to be professional, to know how to install. It's not a guarantee of workmanship. It's not a guarantee they're going to do a great job, but at least it's something for the homeowner to say, I have a little more confidence in this guy because he seems like he's doing it right than maybe this other guy who just showed up, dirty, disheveled, and disorganized.
And that makes people like us as remodeling contractors or builders look better because the installed product, whether it's roofing or tile or a tile shower pan, something that potentially will leak, the integrity is good and you leave the homeowner intact and you don't have callbacks and your profit doesn't vaporize and your client isn't lost as a good reference. Does that make any sense?
Oh, absolutely. We talk to hundreds of contractors every year in focus groups and voice of customer meetings. And, despite the fact that there's a labor shortage and they have trouble finding labor, despite the fact that, in some instances, roofing contractors don't always have the best name in their markets, what we find is the contractors we work with who take the time to do these credentialing programs and these tests take great pride in their business. They want to make a good living. They want their employees to make a good living. They take great pride in their craft. And we take great pride in supporting them in that because a beautiful roof, a beautiful home, a beautiful job well done means referrals, and referrals are the lifeblood of their industry. and they're counting on that homeowner saying something nice to the neighbor next door who's really interested in watching that roof process.
That's the way it goes with us in the remodeling business.
Yeah.
I'm curious, what is it that a roofer needs to know about selecting product these days? What are the basics that our pro roofers listening, which would be of value to builders and remodelers, that they need to know about roofing? I think it's just more than the appearance of the product and the integrity of the product. It's the whole system, isn't it, Mike?
Oh, absolutely. And, I think the challenge we have today is that all the warranties basically for most products are lifetime. And that really muddies the water in terms of a homeowner or a contractor understanding what are the differences between this product, and this product. If they all carry a lifetime warranty, what's the difference? So a couple of things. One is we try to teach them about good, better, best selling and about appearance differentiation and about performance differentiation, a little bit about weight, and try to teach them that they don't have to just walk in with a standard product. They can walk in with choices with a homeowner. Something that looks different, has better colors, something totally high-end, off the charts. They don't think in a million years the homeowner's ever going to go for it, and you know what? Maybe 1 out of every 10 times they do, and they're surprised. So for a contractor, don't limit your choices. Don't just walk in with one product. Walk in with your bread and butter, but then walk in with a couple others. Push the envelope a little bit. Give the homeowner choices, and also make the homeowner feel comfortable with you as a salesperson or as a company owner. Treat that homeowner with respect. Take your shoes off at the door. Be presentable. There are all these little touches that we kind of talk about as the little things, but the little things mean a lot to these homeowners.
Mike, when I buy something, I want the best, and I sometimes have to prod a salesman to get the best, because they're so used to selling the cheapest. And I don't want the cheapest. I want something that is going to last the longest and look the best for that entire time. And too many people who are in business try to sell short of quality. And
now, he said, Mike, last the longest and look the best, and one might think that's the most expensive. But we all know, and our pros listening know, that cost is relative. It's relative to durability and the life that the installed product will offer.
Regardless of the warranty.
Right. It's how much do you spend and how long will it last and how many years, then that's the real cost. Is it not, Mike?
That's right. And we talked about systems earlier as well. You mentioned it earlier that it's not just about the roof system, but it's all about the pieces and the parts that contribute to a well-built system. So it's not just the shingles, but it's the underlayments, it's the ventilation, it's the drip edge, it's the starter shingle, it's the ridge caps. It's all of those different components put together. And the idea that not only is it the product and how long it's going to last, because we know that the better it's installed and the better it's maintained over the years, so that if a homeowner makes sure that they keep things in order and have it checked and inspected and things like that on occasion, but it's probably going to last longer than somebody who just puts it up and forgets about it. And utilizing a system like that allows a contractor who is credentialed with a manufacturer to maybe offer extended warranties, to bump those lifetime warranties, which everybody is very confused about right now, and say, okay, here's what you get. For up to 50 years, you've got a warranty that if there's a manufacturing defect up there, granule loss, color variation, the color press variation, things like that, that the homeowner will be covered for 50 full years for the shingles, the tear-off, the disposal, the labor to replace those shingles, et cetera. And in some cases, and with some companies, the contractor's workmanship is covered in there as well.
Do you guys make an underlayment for your product?
Oh, absolutely.
And
several different kinds.
And what is the basic material? Is it a butyl? What's the generic term for it? Don't give me the brand name. Give me the generic term.
Honestly, I don't. The general basic felts, we used to call them felts. They're
right.
They're the saturated felt papers, and those are kind of on the way out to more of the synthetic. Yeah. And I honestly don't know the exact chemistry of what a synthetic underlayment is, but I'm assuming there's a polymer or a plastic of some type involved in the underlayments. So, yes, and those seem to be the predominant prevailing underlayments in the industry now are those synthetics.
Okay.
because the walkability is a little bit better with water. When you're drying in a roof before you put the shingles on, it's a little bit better at wicking the water than, say, the felts.
Do you find that most of the roofing contractors that you're dealing with are buying into the idea of a system, and that they're getting the underlayment and they're getting the ventilation and they're getting the starter strip and all of the components as a unit? Or are they still fighting that and mixing and matching?
I would say the ones that understand the business or the value proposition behind extended warranties do buy it, because they know that in order for them to sell an extended, or sometimes give an extended warranty to a homeowner, they need to install all the parts of the system. You know, we are, as a manufacturer, going out on a limb, and let's say it's our 4-star extended warranty. We're going out on a limb and saying, you know what, we're going to warrant that roof against manufacturing defects for 50 years. And should something happen, if there's a defect that occurs in that 50 years, we're going to do it all. We're going to tear it off, pay to replace it, dispose of the product, et cetera. All of those variables that a homeowner is really not aware of in a traditional standard warranty.
Is that prorated?
Now, with an extended warranty, there is no proration. It is, and let's say for our 4-star warranty, 50 years, shingles, tear-off, replacement, labor.
Is the extended warranty through CertainTeed? Would a roofing contractor get the extended warranty for their client through CertainTeed, or do they do it independently? How does that work?
Correct. So a contractor, and you have to be a credentialed contractor, and that's one of the ways that we help our credentialed pros, the ones that are taking the tests and doing all that. We help them differentiate from those who are not participating in the program, but we give them access to the extended warranties. And we give it to them at a very favorable rate. It's not a lot of money, and many of them have found it's a great selling tool. Because they said the traditional warranty will cover you 10 full years for everything. Mm-hmm. And then after year 10, it only covers you for shingles, and that's where you get that. I hate the word proration. I hate it to death.
I know.
It's just shingles only, and it's the value, and the value drops every year for X number of years. Whereas with an extended warranty, like a 4-star, you're fully covered for those for 50 full years should there be a manufacturing defect. And if I'm a contractor, and we do have contractors that do this, they don't give homeowners a choice. They build it into the proposal. They say, we offer you a 50-year fully loaded warranty.
Wow.
50 years fully loaded.
Wow.
It's part of it. Sometimes they'll throw it in as a gimme. Other times they use it as a profit opportunity. It's a great selling tool. But for us to go out on a limb and say, yeah, we're going to back all that for 50 years, we want you, Mr. or Ms. Contractor, to use all of the pieces of our system, because we have confidence in the products we make. We don't want you using somebody else's underlayment or somebody else's ventilation. You've got to use all the parts of our system.
Wow.
And yeah, there's some pushback, but you know, the contractors who have built it into their business and they built it into their proposals, they understand it, and they like having that backed up. And then if you go to the super high-end warranty, the 5-star, we'll cover the contractor's workmanship for 25 years.
I got
Holy
a question.
moly.
I got a question for you.
Yeah.
Okay? Because I'm not enamored by roofing company warranties at all. I think they're the worst in the industry, or at least they have been. So you alluded to the fact that if it's a failure of the product.
Yes.
I have a roof in California. The highest wind I ever have is 15 miles an hour. The coldest it ever gets is 33. The hottest it ever gets is 112. And I've used your entire system, and no one's ever been on the roof. So what keeps me from getting the warranty? Be devil's advocate. What's going to prevent me from getting my roof replaced under all these good extended warranty with using your product? Because every single roof that I've had that's had a warranty on it has fallen apart. Period. End of story. What's going to prevent me from getting that warranty replacement?
If it's determined, I'll give you one example. One way that a warranty you wouldn't be covered by the warranty is if it turns out that it was an installation error. High nailing, you high nailed so the shims are falling out of an architectural shingle, things like that. It's typically installation error.
Overexposure.
Yeah. I mean, if, the shims are falling out, the shingles are blowing off because they were not nailed correctly,
okay,
et cetera. Okay. Now, there are differentiations with manufacturers in terms of warranty coverage, and I'll be as politically correct as I can be here. that when you look at manufacturer's warranties, and everybody will say it has to be a manufacturing defect in order for it to be covered by the warranty. That's just the beginning.